no, I get it. I want to be just as tall as Cam, so I'm going to go 10 feet in front.
Is it cool if I hold the bat like this?
Yeah, whatever you feel good with. Oh, I like that. And just make sure that, yep, perfect. That the
Shot
seam
collar.
or whatever is back there.
Oh, okay.
So like, you see the guys.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
it becomes normal.
Yeah, it's like kind of like you're getting thrown in the fire, but I love it.
Right.
Like I was talking to you earlier, I'm home. This is where I live. It's an easier transition.
Right.
Getting invited to the big league camp is a huge blessing, and being with those guys, like you said, on TV, that you watch on TV, and just being up close and personal with them, it's like it's surreal. Like they still look unreal to me. They look like superstars in my vision. But yeah, that just comes with more conversation and getting used to their presence.
Right. That was the funniest thing. I got called up, and I wasn't in big league camp actually until I got called up before I ever went to big league camp. So my first time like with the big leaguers was my debut.
Right.
And I mean, of course, I'm nervous as heck, and I run out, and you know, Javi Lopez has his mask on, so I don't see him, and I'm like, okay, this is just a game. Anyways, I walk the leadoff guy, and then I pick, and every time I pick, I look, and I say in my head, oh my God, it's Fred McGriff. like I saw his face for the first time, and I was just like, oh, that just got real.
Yeah.
Like I could block out everything, but
Right.
I ended up picking like 6 times, and every time I was like, dude, I'm throwing a ball to Fred McGriff. It was really kind of cool, and I understand that experience because it's surreal because you know, you see these guys for so long on TV, and then you get a chance to talk to them, and guess what? They're just like everybody else. aren't they?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And like I was telling you, talking with Mauricio Dubon, it's like he's already like my friend. Like, you know, this big superstar on TV, the clutch guy for the Houston Astros in the playoffs, and you just talk to him like he's a normal guy. Like we have the same thoughts, and it's cool to see, man. It's honestly cool to see.
That's what a lot of people don't really understand. I mean, you see these guys go out there and they perform on such a big scale, high pressure. Like everybody watching at home is feeling just as stressed, and then you look at them on TV and they don't look stressed. But when you talk to them, you're like, man, that was a tough at bat. And you're like, you really felt that? You didn't show it. And I thought that was such a big kind of an elevated way of managing like your emotions. Like you can't show it. What have you kind of experienced between college and here? Because obviously everybody fits in and feels comfortable, you know, in your clique, but now you're in a new group, you're in a new organization. What was that change like? What was you know, what really stood out to you?
I think their demeanor, like you were saying, like these guys look like robots in the game, like no emotion. Any situation is just another opportunity for them, and that's how they do their pregame and pre-practice work as well. It's like they're like robots. Like this is their job, and you know they've got to try to perfect it as much as they can. So like absolutely locked in, and really they operate like perfect, and that's what separates the younger guys from them. It's right there in front of you.
It is. It's hidden in plain sight, and it's the small things. It's the little things that actually matter. You know, how they take their BP, all their stretching and all the preparation, and I think, you know, when we talk about baseball players, we always go, oh, they're always superstitious, and I think superstition is based on their routine.
100%.
And it's 100%. And so, you know, there's that kind of trade-off where is it a routine or is it a superstition now? And then how do you pivot from that if you have to make an adjustment? Do you know what I mean? So
Right.
if you go to
Yeah.
that superstition, you're like, well, now I'm superstitious, now I'm not going to be good if I do this. There's such a level of maturity that needs to take place where you can go, you know what, I do have to make an adjustment. My hitting coach was talking about this, and this is something that I need to do to be able to play at that highest level.
100%. Yeah, and the next thing that separates the younger guys from the big league guys, they all have their routine. Every single one of them have a dialed in routine, and I see it in the cage every day. every day, and I try not to get in their way because like they're like, this is my time. I'm gonna get all my work in. I'm not gonna say, oh, you know, Cam was in the cage, I couldn't get my routine in. It's like, I better get in there early and get my work in when the sun's not out.
There's the pecking order, isn't it?
Because they're coming in and doing their routine every single day, and
Right.
when they do that, they trust the process and they just go out to the game with what they got and they trust in it. So
I just, you know, I look at people, and you look at the top people in any business, attorney, a doctor, or whatever. There's something that they do differently than the average Joe. And I think that when you see the best in the world work, you realize maybe, and at least I did, that I wasn't working either the right way or enough.
exactly.
Right?
I think that like exactly what you're saying, the intention they take in every single rep is unmatched. Like I can't even count how many times I've just like kind of, you know, took reps without thought, without intention, and that's what I'm still learning to do is take every swing with intent, throw every baseball with intent to first base. And that's, I mean, truly that's what's gonna separate you from everybody else, the intention.
And that is, I coached, and I used to tell the guys in the bullpen, only pay attention. Like you can't lock in for 2.5 straight hours. When they're batting, pay attention to the hitters, and then, you know, do your bullpen stuff, because you can only have hard focus for a certain amount of time, and when you watch big leaguers hit or do their routine, they're not in there taking 60 hacks, and I mean consecutive.
Right.
They're working for a feel, is what it looks like, and then they get their stroke or whatever they feel good with, and then they end up walking out. And I thought that was cool, because I've thrown BP, and there's a couple of guys that get in there and boom, they hit one ball and they're like, whoa, I want to keep that feel.
Yeah.
Do you see that? Do you actually do that?
Yeah, I saw it today. Like you said, leave the cage feeling good every day. Don't hit into frustration. That's the biggest thing.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, and I was watching Pena today doing his routine, and he was just doing flips, like nothing out the machine or live arm, but he was doing flips, and he hit one backspin in the air to like left center area in the cage, and he was like, I'm good, I'm done.
Right.
Like one swing and you're out.
I used to always use the example, like you hit balls at, did you play golf?
No, not yet. Not yet. I'm not into golf
you're
yet.
going to get
I'm
there.
sure I will, definitely,
Right.
but now I got a lot
It's
on
a
my
must.
plate.
Or fishing. But like you go to the driving range and you got 75 balls, and you hit all your irons, and then you hit your driver, and you're like, man, I feel good, but I still got 50 balls. I paid for those. You hit those, at the end, your confidence is like zero. Leave them, man.
back
Go
in the
play.
hole.
The whole point is to feel good going into your match,
Exactly.
or going into your round of golf. And so many times, you know, you force yourself into a situation where you don't. What'd you say? Leave the cage with confidence.
Yeah, leave the cage feeling good. Don't ever hit yourself into frustration.
Right.
That's my best tip I can give somebody for hitting. Leave the cage feeling good and don't leave frustrated.
Right. That's interesting.
Yeah.
See, did it. So we're making this one 22 ounces, just right in between, and then you can always pop one out if you want. Get your Astros colors, and then we got to get you your wrap. So 6 games a week.
6
One
games
day
a
off?
week, one day off, Monday off.
Okay. So playing 6 games in a row, from a endurance standpoint, what did you find?
So within the 30 games I played, I didn't really get to feel like, I mean, yeah, it's you know, almost 30 games in a row, but I mean, my body was feeling good. Like,
oh, wow.
What I like to say is, like, once you get in that rhythm, you just want to keep going. And with college baseball, you know, you have a great weekend. You don't want to wait till the midweek. You want to keep going. Like, that's the tough part about college baseball. You got to wait. Like you're biting at your nails, like waiting to go again. But pro ball, it's like, okay, we're going. Like ride this wave. Like keep going.
Yeah, and I you use the term laid back, and I think a lot of people would be like, how can it be laid back? You're a professional. The reason it's laid back is because you are a professional, and if you're not taking care of what you need to take care of, you ain't gonna be a professional.
Nope.
So, if you got to tell a guy, hey, you need to be in the cage, that guy's already on the wrong path.
Right. He shouldn't even be there in the first place. But yeah, we don't have to be told twice to work.
Right. And like it's really what separates. It separates the players, and it allows opportunities for other guys to make an impact. I liked your story. We talked a little bit earlier about going in the locker room, first spring training, big league spring training, seeing the guys that you've seen on TV. What was that like?
I mean, yeah, it's I get the invite to big league spring training, my first spring training. It's like a lot of expectations. They say I'm the top prospect or whatever, and yeah, there are a lot of eyes are on me. But I talked with many of the players and even Kyle Tucker as well, and he was just like, first of all, you're gonna love every human in the Astros organization, and he's right. I mean, it's great people in this organization, but he was like, don't press about instant results in spring training. You want to get hot at the right time. You don't want to be that guy that breaks in spring training and then is trying to figure it out, in March,
right,
or April. So yeah, he was just like, take it day by day, trust what you got. If you feel good, it's good, no matter the result. Stack the days and keep going, man. So he was telling me, man, he was just saying, don't worry about instant results. And it's tough for me because I'm a new guy here. And I want to show everybody what I got. But that's good info. It's good to know for sure.
I think that's a great point. Is be you, do what you can do, and feel good about what you do. And the expectation is probably the toughest thing. I always say, have goals, not expectations. Expectations are you're setting, hey, I want to do this, I want to do that. Baseball doesn't let you set expectations and hit them. They allow you to set goals, and then you can work towards them. But a lot of times it is difficult, and I think the process nowadays is different than it was, even a few years ago, because players are pushed to get there faster. It was a 3 to 4 year kind of build up before you made your major league debut on average, unless you had your superstar or something like that just figured it out.
Right.
You guys are put in those situations to meet the players, to face the guys that you've seen on TV, and I feel like the game is more accelerated, and there's more responsibility for you to be able to come into that environment and be able to adapt and to grow. Like, I know that wasn't even a question there, but that's this guy. I guess how do you deal with that?
I actually do love it, the fact that they're always watching you, and it kind of brings me confidence because they appreciate your work, and they're confident in you as well. If they're willing to call you up fast and fast track you, it's a great feeling, as opposed to, I'm doing well, but they're not even watching.
Right.
And like, not that your games and at bats are wasted, but like, you don't feel like they're watching you if they're not calling you up and talking to you about your progress and all that. So I love the fact of the Astros fast tracking their players. It's awesome. It's a great opportunity, and that's why I'm glad I'm here.
Stuff-wise, minor league pitching versus college pitching.
So, first time ever in my life, AA, playing with Tennessee Smokies. The pitcher dotted me up 3 times on the inside corner, and I've never seen that in college ever.
Yeah.
So that was the biggest difference. I was like, okay, I'm here. Like, they can do this at this level. So I was like, dang, all right.
That's funny because I always thought that college pitchers were very refined for the college game, but the pro game is different, right? Like, you call your own game, right? And I mean, I know you're not a pitcher, but the tendencies that you see in college, you are basically at the whim of the catcher and the pitcher deciding what they're going to throw, and you have to make an adjustment to that. It's not like, hey, you're just going to see a lot of stuff out over the plate.
Yeah, exactly. And they've made like quick, like fast as I can, like snap my finger.
See it.
The adjustments they make is crazy. Them pitchers, man, in professional baseball, it's unreal, man. It's unreal. That's the main difference I've seen is, their execution of the pitches on that inside corner and their ability to adjust right away, because they've got the best of the best technology to see my tendencies and all that stuff. So it's a good battle. I love it.
It works both ways though.
100%.
Like you get a guy, out front on a breaking ball and you're like, oh, I got him set up for it. And then the next time I was like, dude, no way that guy adjusted to that. Like how? Like it's impressive, the talent level. And it is a significant difference between college and professional baseball.
Yeah.
Travel, how's good, bad, and different in college?
I really didn't travel as far as probably they have in the past with Myrtle Beach, South Bend, or Tennessee. They've told me they take 12-hour bus rides. I was like, good thing I didn't get there when y'all were doing that.
Yeah.
So I haven't seen a big difference in travel yet, but I definitely will.
Yeah. What about the hotels? They good?
Yeah, hotels are nice. I would say like at least the same hotels we would get with Florida State.
Yeah, that changed because we were at like the Honeysuckle Inn.
Yeah, no,
and it was bad.
Yeah, man, we get spoiled now from what I heard.
Yeah, which is good. I mean, you're
100%.
A professional athlete, but I think there's two kind of thoughts on that. Is like, hey, make them grind. Find out who can keep their head above water and make it out of that crap.
Yeah,
and I would have liked to stay at a nice hotel
and get some nice food too pregame.
And that's the other thing is we got $10. I don't know, maybe it was $30 a day or something like that. And you can't eat good calories on $30 a day.
No.
And it was different. And now the clubhouses are the food. Like they've overhauled all of that. They've done that in the last dozen years or so. But
and even in Myrtle Beach, our clubby was a chef.
Oh.
He made food for us every
all right, I'm gonna
day.
ask you to stop right now. Like
every day.
we got Campbell's soup and saltwater taffy from the boardwalk. Like it wasn't good.
No, yeah, we got
wow,
stuff
that's
over
fantastic.
There, we got it good over there. Yeah.
We had our bus driver was our cook in AA in Greenville, and he used to throw these. He would put fruit in a garbage can. I mean, it was a clean garbage can with ice, and it'd be frozen. Then we got out from BP, we'd come back and we'd chop up the cantaloupe, watermelons, and all that stuff, and we would have a feast. No one would say anything after BP, and it was one of my favorite memories of that time because it was a different experience. Like we were so gassed from being out there in 100 degrees, and the whole team would just get around the table, and it was just one of those kind of memorable things. Do you have anything like that? Like something that was just really cool that you're going to hold on to? And it could be college, high school, or Little League.
Like with the food or just anything in general?
Anything in general. Something that really stood out that was like, man, that was a good day.
Yeah, no. The entire time I was in Low A, Myrtle Beach, with the Chicago Cubs was my favorite time playing professional baseball. Because there's so many Latin players, and it's like, pretty much the whole team is Latin players, and they just have so much fun with the game. And it's like they brought the kid out of me, and like that's how you should play the game. So I had so much fun with them, and I'll never forget my time playing with those boys in Myrtle Beach.
Latin players, what's it like playing with international? I'm not sure if you have Japanese or Korean players here or you've played with them yet. I always thought it was a blast. The cultures that come together.
Yeah.
And
the music
and the humor, and then like just getting used to just the lifestyle, right? Like it's so incredible. I always loved the fact that it was really diverse, but Latin players.
Yeah, it's and their personalities are loud. Like I love that the most about them. They're not shy
at all.
And I love that. It's like, yeah, man, let me join.
Right.
Let me join the fun.
Right.
Playing their loud music pregame and just laughing all all day, every day. It was so fun playing with them.
Yeah, I got invited over to, and again, I'd never traveled that much, and there was a Dominican player on our team, and he was cooking. He was cooking some Dominican dish. Yeah, come on over, and we sat down, man, and we just
cooked for the whole team, didn't he?
Yeah, it was phenomenal. It was such a kind of a community, and I just don't think that you can grow as a person if you don't know what else is out there.
Exactly. Yeah, and it's good to be around all that culture.
I love it. Japanese guys were hilarious.
I haven't got to play with a Japanese player, but yeah, I'm sure I will in the future.
They were crazy. Like they couldn't speak English or were learning English, and so we'd give them just some really terrible things to say, and they'd like run through the mall just yelling.
Yeah.
Like and everybody's looking at him. He's like, doesn't matter to me. I don't know what it means.
Yeah.
It was a blast, but I think the relationships that you build in professional baseball, it's difficult because there's guys on your team that you're actually competing with, but your teammates, something could happen and one of you guys goes. And, I got my own bat. I had my name on it, but it was like, pro stock.
Yeah, so I just went through this process with Louisville Slugger, just picking out what barrel size, what handle size and knob I like, and after about 2 hours, I ended up on Ronald Acuna Jr., and then Kyle Schwarber. So very balanced field, 34-32, unfinished as you see, no paint on it. Very clean look.
I love that, and I love the fact that you got your
my
signature, your CSA,
engraved
and a signature. Yeah, and that I always thought that was really cool. That it's personalized. Like that's what fits you. And honestly, I mean, I was an awful hitter. I did hit a double one time in Double-A. I did, and I should have left the yard, but it was a triple wall. We'll talk about that at another time.
A triple wall.
It was 3 walls. It was crazy. Like I absolutely just mushed it. And I tripped out of the box because I never put a ball in play, tripped over first base, and then I came to a jump stop at second, and I was out, but I might have been out with the umpires the night before, and he just called me safe. Anyhow, I picked up your bat, man. What a difference between quality wood and bad wood. And that was just light and balanced. Yeah. And I got to say, I mean, I used the stock ones, the C271 or the R161 if I was bunting, so I had a barrel about that big.
Yeah.
But I love the fact that you can make your game, you know.
100%.
And that's a good little combo there.
Yeah.
I like the bright with
it's perfect, man. It fits me.
With the naked. Yeah, the naked bat. That's cool. So you're not going to finish any of your bats right now?
For right now, I don't think so. I really like this look. I do.
Can you feel a difference between like a non-lacquered bat and a lacquered bat? I mean, from a does it spin the ball more? It just seems like there's more traction on it.
I feel like it does, but maybe that's like a placebo.
I love it.
Hey man,
placebos work, baby.
Yeah. So yeah, this is my favorite so far.
Yeah.
Unfinished. Yeah.
I mean, I'm
sure I'll play with the paint and try to finish it here and there, but yeah, so far it's this.
That's cool.
Yeah.
How's it been going in spring training?
Awesome. It's been a fun time every day. We're on a nice schedule, so
yeah,
it's a good time. First game Saturday.
Nice.
First game Saturday.
That's always kind of cool, right?
Yeah. On TV, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. You've been on TV before.
I have, but not in the Astros uniform, though.
No, that's true. That's true. So anyways, it was great coming down and actually seeing you and getting a chance to show you our new wrap and getting you all decked out for next year. And Shot Collar Cam Smith, man.
Yes, sir.
We're partnered up, and I tell you what, man, we couldn't have a better representation of our brand than Cam. So, man, I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely. That was the finish right there. Did you see that? That was the conclusion.